tired of all the uneducated noise you're getting from the droves of YOLO meme coin peddling douchebag gurus out there trying to use you as their exit liquidity? Would you rather learn a competent university level set of skills that will guide you in managing and investing for the rest of your life? Join us 3 days a week at Digital Investor. Develop your knowledge of game theory, cognitive bias, macroeconomics, monetary theory, investment theory, psychology of the crowds, and more. For more info on Digital Investor and how it can help you, reach out at nickblacknext.com.
All right. Okay, Brandon, do we have any housekeeping stuff?
Let's walk
other than teaching people how to click the buy button.
Let's walk through a couple of things over here. Claim, I guess, yeah, we're going to go ahead and we are going to make a video on this, but we have gone through this a couple times, but I guess it's still not clear. So I'm going to make a video on it. But even then, it's like, I hope you guys find the video because it's pretty easy. If you guys have an account, so you click view profile. This is where most of your stuff is going to sit over on Node Market. So any of your NFTs that you've purchased, eventually your licenses and your orders, okay? If you need to claim your rewards for your NFT, the button right here is the button to do it. It says claim rewards, and it's on the NFT page. So you'll hit that claim rewards button and you'll just hit claim withdrawal, you know, and it kind of goes through and tells how much each withdrawal was for each date. I had a couple of people going over to the mint and then clicking on this contract address for some reason. That just shows the NFT contract. So you guys can go view the contract if you ever want to, or anything for any reason you want to learn, you want to see if it's contract legit. But a couple of people were clicking on the contract to claim. Yeah. Anyway,
that's not the way.
So, no, it's not really the way. The other thing that we're going to show you guys that's actually cooler is we're going to go bounce over here to the exchange. Let's go into Hypercycle, for example. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but we have a new animation come up at the chart when it loads. It's kind of a cool thing. But if you hover over all these little buttons now, it kind of gives more info on what happened on that button, you know? And it looks like on this one, for example, it was a sell order, 70 cents per Hypercycle. The total amount for the order was 7,192 Hypercycle, and it sold at a total price of $5,034. So you can kind of go through and just kind of see a little bit more information on those dots and how those are made up. And then this is the volume line of how much volume we're getting each day on Hypercycle, which is really cool. We talked about this just a little bit last time, but this is how you create your order. This is your order section. This is your domain where if you want to sell USDC to buy Hypercycle, so you basically want to set a limit order to buy Hypercycle, you're going to do it here on this buy side. If you want to sell and get rid of your Hypercycle, you're going to do it on this side. So this is your domain. But if you want to fill an order that's already existing on the marketplace, you have a couple of options. Obviously, you can fill an order over here. If you want to go ahead and take somebody's USDC, they're selling their USDC and you have Hypercycle that you want to give. So if you want to sell your Hypercycle immediately at 55 cents, right now, somebody's offering 2,000 USDC to do so. And if you want to buy some Hypercycle at 68 cents, somebody's offering 4,000.
Yeah, don't do that though, because that'd be stupid.
Right. I mean, that's above market. You don't want to do that right now. Those are limit orders. Those are set in there. Wait till the price moves up or vice versa.
Yeah.
And all you do to fill this thing is click on it. Just click on it. That's it. And you can see the whole thing here in detail and you go ahead and fill that order. It'll pop up your MetaMask, or just click on this one, fill that order. Or click on this one, fill that order. You don't have to do anything else. A lot of people are coming over here, hitting buy Hypercycle, and they're trying to type in the details of these orders. And I'm going to try to make that more clear or do something differently, but it's really simple. All you got to do is hit that and fill the order. Boom. Fill the order. Boom. And it'll fill those orders. So it's super simple. Looks like, yeah, we have, anyway, I think that's pretty much the gist of it, right?
I'm going to read this question word for word, Brandon. I'm going to let you go with it.
Yeah.
On the digital investor site, how many times do we have to enter the alien like littering to be accepted back into the website?
Yeah, I mean, this is something that I get a lot of those alien questions, and I've had this one 6 or 7 times exactly phrased this exact way. And littering always is a bad thing because if you litter on the side of the road, obviously you're going to get caught. But once you start to integrate your alien system and combine that with the littering platform, it should give you entrance after 3 exact entries, and you'll be able to teleport into the site. I think I knocked that one out, don't you think?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
What is he? Raphael, buddy, you got to, what are you saying, man? Oh, buddy, we're not sure what you're saying. I'm sure.
Yeah, we are. I just answered it. Let's go.
Well, you answered that version. Anyway, when you guys are looking at the exchange here, if you guys are looking to make a trade or something like that, you first just look at what the market price is. Well, where is that? Well, it's on the right where you see on the bottom right corner where it says buy price, sell price, market price. Now that market price is actually a little bit lower than the market price if you were to go over to, like I look at Live Coin Watch because it's easy. But like if you bang away over here, you get a price that's 64.9. So 65 cents. Okay. So in my mind, 65 cents is the market. So if I'm buying or selling around 65 cents, then I got to think, okay, what happens really at 65 cents? Well, nothing, because you have fees. If you're going to go through MetaMask, you have fees. You also have some, depending on how many tokens you're getting, you're going to have, let me go over to the exchange. You're going to have some price effects. So like if I go buy these tokens here, so cool. I love my dots. If I go and I try to buy any kind of real amount of tokens, 4,000 or 5,000, you could probably do anything over 10, 15, 20, 30. What if, Brandon, can you give people an idea? Matter of fact, Brandon, can you go set up an order for 1 master node's worth of tokens and see what the price effects would be? This will be fun. This is how you know how wonky it gets. And this is an illiquidity issue. This is not just with this asset. This is just with assets in general. But the reason we try to urge people away from DEXs, if you're doing a trade above a certain amount, a buy or a sell or a swap or whatever you want to call it, is that the price impact is massive. And so what you get is something real stupid. You're like, oh, okay, this is the price. Yeah, plus like 18, 20% or just an unimaginable number. So that's a one master node is, oh, Jesus. One master node is 524,288 tokens. All right. So to purchase that, you're not getting them for 68 cents. You're not getting them for 88 cents. What is that damn price, Brandon? That looks like it's more. So if I'm reading this right,
$1.21. It's $1.22.
Yeah.
Eventually, if you do, yeah,
price impact, not counting the exchange fees. By the way, there's another point on top of that. So you're at 40, you're basically at 48, 49. You're almost 50% price impact. You guys see that, man? That means you're going to pay $635,000 for just the tokens. Why? Because they're just not there. And so to source them, you're going to bang all the way through all the liquidity. And my guess is, you tell me, Brandon, would that transfer would not even happen? You would not get that done.
Yeah, it would fail. I mean, you would have to do multiple transfers, at which point you would trigger multiple buy orders on the buy side. You would also trigger multiple VAMP bots on both the buy and sell side. So ultimately, obviously, you'd pay about $1.45 to $1.47, I'm thinking, based on what I've seen per token, which is almost like a 65% increase on the current price if you tried to fill a master node, which just isn't possible, right? So that's why we have the DEX, and that's why we have Node Market, is so that we can put a limit price. What you see is what you get, and it's built for those bigger orders like that. Anything above maybe 4, 8 node license worth type of thing.
Why can't I see V2? What is it? You do see it.
Who's saying that, by the way? Because what we're doing, L11, here you go. Let's go here. What are you seeing, bud? And I can walk through this. So you go to nodemarket.io. you go, oh, look right here. You just go, okay, so here we have a top banner bar advertising the new exchange V2, right? So you go click on that if you want, and that will go right to the exchange. So here is the version 2 exchange. This is probably what you're seeing, right? And you probably haven't done that extra click. And I worry, and well, here's the thing. We really want people to don't be afraid to click something. Okay. Go ahead and go hit hypercycle.
Have a click. Have yourself
And
a
that will
click.
go ahead. That'll pull this whole thing up. I worked through with somebody on Saturday, I think it was.
Give it a click.
Just click. I'm like, oh, you just gotta click right here, dude, and it'll fill this order. And he went and did. He's like, dude, that was so easy, you know. Just give it a click.
Don't be
You just
afraid
gotta
to
take
click.
that- Yes. L11. So you're telling me? Hold on a sec. You're telling me you didn't take that extra click, or did you?
You didn't
take that
click?
extra click, and it didn't go somewhere. Just
11
tell me
didn't
right
click.
now.
Oh, it didn't
L11.
click for 11. It didn't click to click.
Okay, I did give it a click, and everything works right.
Give it a click.
Yes, we clicked it. Okay,
Well
so you
done.
just got to give it a click, and it dives deeper into
Okay.
the exchange. This is perfect. Perfect.
All right. Found
All right.
treasures. I'm going to say this. I want you to just get real close. I want you to get real close. Brandon, get real close too, because you might not know this either.
You have no idea. I'm closer than
Get
crap.
really close. Every single order on Node Market's a limit order. There's no other way. That's the only way it works. That's it. It's only limit orders. Just limit. There's no market order. There's no DEX bullshit. It's just limit orders. Just that. That's the only thing. That's the only way it works. Brandon, should we tell everyone else that or just keep that our secret?
I don't know if I was close enough. Yeah, I was. I did hear it all, but let's tell everybody. So limit buy orders are ready to go. Found treasures right here. All you do is say, hey, you know what? I want to buy Hypercycle at when it drops all the way down to 45 cents. And then I'm going to say how many Hypercycle do I want? I want 100
trillion.
because I'm a ball. No, I want.
I
100.
want all
I'm a baller.
2.147
baller.
billion.
I'm going to leave that open for 6 months.
6
Anytime
months,
within a
what?
6-month period, I'm going to let that thing go and I'm going to hit a buy order. So it's going to cost me 45. Actually, let's go see what the fill order says. So it's going to cost me 45 cents per Hypercycle token. So I want 100 Hypercycle. That makes sense. So it's going to cost me $45 and I'm going to get minus the fee, 97.5 Hypers. Perfect. I'm going to list this order and it's going to be open on the exchange for 6 months. This is a limit order right here. Bam. List.
So
I
the
don't
other
wanna
thing
click
too, for those of you, because it'll allow us to do 6 months, go back to the little thing that allows us to select up to 6 months, Brandon, so people can see this. What this
Okay.
allows you to do is we're going into the compute phase. For those of you that are just coin flippers, some of you are, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. If you want to set orders well in advance, like you think, okay, I think in the next 6 months, I might get this exit or that exit, or I might want to move some tokens around. I might want to buy some at this price or sell some. You set that order up and hang it out there for 6 months. You can always come back and cancel. It doesn't cost you anything to list the order. It doesn't cost you anything to cancel it. We took all those little fees away. So it's very easy now. So if you want to park an order out there because you think that the future is going to look like whatever, like I personally think that we're going to see, $2 to $3 Hypercycle tokens during the kind of compute phase where all those tokens just, not only do they go into hypershare, but they just disappear, period, because they're part of the compute era where, your tokens have been turned into C Hypercycle tokens, which are actually performing transactions back and forth. And so once that's the case and people are earning revenue, those tokens are going to be in production. They're not going to be floating around the world. So my theory is that you could see $2 or $3. And if that's the case, you might have a few tokens on the side. You're like, for $3, I might take a little cash off the table, buy some hamburgers.
Yeah.
So
I'd
you
like a
could put an
hamburger.
order out there for 10,000 tokens, 5,000, 1,000 at $2, $3, $2.50,
Word.
$2.37. You could do $2.37. Brandon, could you do
But you can do an
$2.18?
odd number. Yeah, 218. Yeah, you can do 218.
Could you do
Denny.
218.9?
Yeah, you can. You really can.
Can.
I think you can go like 4 decimals or something like
Yeah.
that.
So until you can cut a penny into 10 thousandths, you're fine, man. So
Yeah. So basically, Denny got it. Figured it all out with what we've done. All you do if you want to fill their sell order is click on the red area. Denny nailed it. Perfect.
Okay, Chris, buddy. The price of OTC trades, think about, even your question is answered in your own question. The price of an OTC trade, is it dependent on the price on the exchange? No, it's an OTC trade. It's you and another wallet doing a trade. We just put a little bit of code in the middle to guarantee that both of you are honest. That's all it is. It's so that you can do an OTC trade with an unknown party, right? That's the beauty. I mean, that was the original beauty of Bitcoin, a value transfer with untrusted parties. When you, without having a middleman, you put some software in the middle, and that way you don't have to trust the party you're dealing with. You can trust in the integrity of the math. So that's kind of what this is. OTC trades are nothing more than a wallet-to-wallet transfer with a little piece of code in the middle that makes everyone honest. So the price is just dependent on what they're willing to sell or what you're willing to offer. And if it's accepted, it's a done deal. Oof.
Hi, Fonda. Roobster missed the boat here. Roobster thought I was selling Hypercycle at 45 cents. No, that was a buy order. That was me trying to buy at 45 cents.
Yeah, man. Nice try, Arbitrage Meister.
Nice try.
That should be your new name. Arbitrage Stir.
I just found trade correct. You just got to leave that USDC in there, and it'll fill that order at any time. Oh, you'll have USDC. No, it's not tied up. So it's like it's still in your wallet, but it won't fill if you don't have it in there.
Yeah, if you move it, if you don't have enough, like if you had an order that required 1,000 USDC and you had 999 USDC, you can't fill that order.
Yep.
You got to have enough to fill the order. So don't start moving stuff around, man. All right. The claim button was giving error messages this weekend. It did not even connect to my wallet.
Yeah, we fixed that because I was putting the claim in. A couple people went to pull out the claim prior to me putting the January claim in. I think it should be fixed now. Go check for me if you want. But I think a lot of people pulled the claim out. But let me just double check and make sure it's still good.
Mm-hmm. Best believe. Okay, should we get on to the business? So we get some.
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff right now. A ton.
I don't know what you saw. Why don't we do AI news first?
Okay.
Let's do AI news first.
We got to go behind the wall soon because there's a lot of good stuff. New tokens that I want to talk about. So.
Oh, snap. Okay, we'll do AI news first, but we got to play our little. Okay, OpenAI introduces GPT mentions. Ooh. Okay. And then X secures a Georgia tax break. Man, I swear to God, like everything Elon does, he can't run a business if it doesn't have government stipends, like tax breaks, tax incentives. I mean, I like Elon, but mother effer, run a goddamn business that doesn't rely, like Tesla, it relies on stipend. It relies on government money and kickbacks. Like, okay, I guess. And then he started denying. He went out and he was asking for investors for his new AI project. And then he said, I'm not looking for investors. Yes, you are. You just got a $700 million investor in the form of the Georgia. So like, come on, man. Anyway, that's just my little 2 cents on that. Okay. So OpenAI has introduced GPT mentions, and they did this kind of quietly. They didn't really say anything, and just kind of like just slipped it under the fence. It's a new GPT mentions is a new feature to ChatGPT, which allows users to seamlessly integrate custom bots into a conversation by tagging them in kind of a Slack type style. And the beta feature is accessed by typing @ during a GPT conversation, which brings up a list of GPTs to mention and use. The improvement reduces GPT friction. It enables users to call on a GPT directly in chat instead of navigating to the GPT store. Mentions also allow the integration of multiple GPTs in a single chat, which is cool and badass. And so that allows, well, it may allow you to streamline your kind of efforts, right? So, but anyway, it was first spotted by this guy, Dan Schipper on X, with no official announcement from OpenAI yet. The feature appears to be rolling out Chat GPT for their premium users slowly, with only a few people right now that have that. So there's that. And actually, let me put. Well, we're on AI news, so we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it here for now. All right. There. Great. Cool. Let me bring this back up. Okay. Up. Okay. And then, people are like, well, who cares? Well, it doesn't seem like much, right? Might seem like some small, like little nothing feature, but it is likely going to streamline a lot of effort for a lot of people, just make it easier to use Chat GPT and to call on these GPTs. And it gets GPT users closer to kind of having a team of, I don't say apps, but it's kind of like apps within Chat GPT that you can call up whenever you need them. That's kind of cool. I like all that stuff. Brandon, what say you on these little kind of quiet upgrades by the way.
They're always so quiet. They don't make a big fuss about it because they know they're the boss. And somebody's the boss if they add this huge feature that everybody would like. PayPal, for example, would have made a huge announcement about this type of thing. ChatGPT is like, meh.
It looks like they're training GPT-5. Without saying much, all of their extra compute resources look to be pointed in one direction. They didn't really say anything, but it looks like they've started training GPT-5. So that's pretty cool. And they also brought in all of these beta testers, their red team, that will be testing in intervals. So it looks like 5 is coming. My guess, 2-3 months, maybe March. Man, God, can you imagine if in March we get the Bitcoin halving? We get the talk about the halving that would happen mid-April. We get GPT-5. We get just like, they're just going to bukkake us with like cool news. By May, we get the Ethereum ETF, which is just going to F you everyone with ETH. But all right. Anyway,
we'll see. It's going to be a good month.
Okay. Tax breaks for Elon because he needs them.
He does.
You can't do anything. I'm the richest man in the world, but I need tax breaks. I can't sell any of my shares. I've leveraged all my shit against Twitter, which I depth charge. Like, all right, Elon, let's help you run your business more. He secured a $10 million property tax break in Atlanta, covering hardware for its $700 million AI data center, landing the agreement after previously claiming the company would shift the project to Portland. So not only that, but I guess it's kind of gangster. Does this seem a little bit like, it's not quite like the mob, but it's isn't it kind of shitty for Elon to do this? Give me the tax break or I'll go to Portland.
He's swinging that hammer around. And by hammer, I mean hammer.
You mean meat puppet?
Hammer. That's just what Elon does, He has the power to do so.
But like $10 million is so nothing to him.
Yeah.
It's kind of,
there needs to be, I'm sick of these. Dude, we won't dive
anyway,
into this because we're not going to get political. But
the 10-year agreement covers existing and future equipment on X's Atlanta area data center to train large language model. Boy, are they way behind. Jesus. If he's just now securing property rights for his server center to train large language models.
Whoops.
He's so far behind. He's farther behind than Zarka. He's farther behind than Cogito. And that's barely even possible.
Oh, that's funny.
He teams up with Janet.
Tax would fix everything, by the way. Anyway.
All right.
Okay.
XX, which used to be a company with money and now it's just a big X in the balance sheet, estimates the data center will add $241 million in economic impact, with Fulton County also forecasting $1,600 million in new taxes for the area. X also previously purchased 10,000 GPUs for an AI project in April of 2023, which was later revealed as XAI. So they bought a bunch of, let's see, if they bought them in April, they were built a year earlier, which means they're outdated already. So good news there. This won't go in there. When are they going to plug them in? If they're just now buying if they're just getting the property rights, what are they going to plug these in another 6 months? I got my Apple iPhone 3 ready to go. Buddy, we're on the 15, buddy. Oh, by the way, do you want to guess at what the amount of sales they had for the Apple Vision Pros? Did we talk about this Friday?
No, we didn't do total sales. All we know is they're
So
going
do you
out
know
the door.
do you know what the projections were?
Not even
70 to 80,000 units.
Is that a lot for them? Is that what they
I don't
expected?
know. At 3,500 to 5K a unit, it's probably not bad. I mean, they originally were expecting way more than they lowered their expectations quite dramatically. Anyway, it looks like they got 180,000 orders.
Really?
Yeah. So more than double of what they were expecting, which kind of cool. I have vowed to stop playing my video game until I get this, like I play my game. I know. So I'm not going to play it anymore on Oculus until I get the Vision Pro, which is like
You're
another
waiting.
week. What?
You're waiting
No.
to play.
Yeah. I'm gonna mess with the Vision Pro. I'm gonna really learn it. I'm not gonna be like using Oculus here. I'm just gonna learn the Vision Pro and see what all kind of cool stuff it does, and then there. Okay. So anyway, good. Apparently, xAI joins Microsoft in building out major AI infrastructure in Georgia with a data center that will play they hope, vital role in X's grand ambitions, although they are way behind. And while Grok has been kind of a piece of shit compared to ChatGPT, but so has Bard. It turns out if you have a 4-letter name for your large language model, it sucks. That's based on I've done a lot of research just now on that. Bard.
Did you ask ChatGPT that?
Grok.
If you have a 4-letter name,
if you go Bard plus Grok
stuff.
equals, and it just says 4 letters of SHI hockey sticks.
Wait,
No, wait, that'd be shill.
That's shill. That's shilling.
SHI. How do you say that?
Cross.
It's SHI hashtag, but take away one of the lines.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, Grok and Bard are crap. How about that? They're crap. Bard plus Grok equals crap. There we go. We said it without saying it. Okay. That's kind of all that's there in the basic stuff. I always look at the medical side. Speaking of crap, Google's latest iteration of Bard Gemini AI model has achieved a notable milestone by matching the performance of the little bit older GPT-4 as assessed in human evaluations. They announced the new model and they said, look at what we're doing and all this kind of cool stuff. And everyone's like, yeah, but that was like 5 months ago, bro. So I don't know. They're always just, these guys are all so far behind. Anyway, OpenAI's last feature, the @GPT, it gives this kind of multi-GPT conversation in single chat, which should help people integrate a bunch of, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure what the next 6 months looks like as they roll out 5, but I think it's gonna be cool. Midjourney rolled out V6, but are you using Midjourney anymore?
No, I had a subscription Midjourney and I had to cancel it because I just keep going over to Dolly.
Yeah.
Although Dolly's been frustrating me lately too, but whatever.
Okay. Now
They're all
this is
coming
cool.
along.
This will be our last bit. Apple is experimenting with an AI enhanced version of, SIRI, potentially to be unveiled at WWDC 2024. This update follows their alleged $1 billion investment in integrating AI into Siri. The beta code references to OpenAI and hints at Apple testing 4 different AI models, including 2 versions of its in-house large language model, Ajax GPT. That sounds badass. What are you using? Ajax. Additionally, a model named Flan T5 is under, that sounds like an attack robot. Flan T5 is under evaluation. These advancements suggest that Apple, they are making big efforts to make Siri a lot more like Jarvis, like a real Jarvis, which would be badass. And they're using GPT-4 kind of turbo as a benchmark. They're saying, I mean, who knows? We'll just have to see. Again, they're behind. They're way behind too. So let's see if they can catch up. Anyway, this would be though an enormous enhancement, whatever you want to call it, in Siri's functionality, which right now is pretty weak, if we're being honest. So there we go. Okay. Okay. AI news is there. We'll just go behind the wall for everything else. There's some Bitcoin news. There's all sorts of news. What is the best headset that secures to the head? It depends on the head, James. I don't know. It according to the head. And yes, the kitty's awesome, but he likes to play with water so much that he likes to flip over the water containers. All of them. As fast as I can fill them and mop it up.
Kitty over
All
there
right.
just messing with Nick.
Yeah, he's all over the place. But he's awesome. And he eats what the two big cats eat. He eats twice that much every day as a kitten.
Oh my gosh.
He's
Dang.
eating like a pound and more of food. He's eating 2 pounds of food a day, and he's like this big. That's a lie. He's like this
Nick's
big.
kitty food bill gonna bankrupt him.
You want to know how much
Oh,
that crap costs?
hashtag-
I get
hashtag-
Darwin, which is raw
hashtag.
chicken. You know how
Oh,
much raw
crap.
chicken is?
I don't know. Well, I mean, is it the raw chicken we eat?
It's over $1,000 a month to feed this kitten.
With
I love
well,
this
on the
little-
plus side, I have
love this
some
little son of a bitch.
Bitcoin theories. On the plus side, I have some Bitcoin theories. Let's go behind the wall. We're
Ooh.
gonna talk
Okay,
about
we got to get behind the wall because it's going down. So, all right, here we go. Let's get to it. Let me get this little deal off of here.
So I guess
There we go.
$1,000 a month would increase though as it gets larger, huh?
Oh yeah, I mean if it tracks with inflation, I'm effed.
It's
We're
pure
going
inflation.
behind the proverbial wall now to continue the broadcast privately for the digital investors and digital private clients. If you'd like to join us, simply go to nickblacknext.com and subscribe to one of our plans and immediately take advantage of our library of tools, tactics, and information. It's all designed to help you learn, grow, and manage your portfolio like a pro. Join us now.